In today's video, we're gonna be talking all things Easter holiday 2024 while trying to lose weight. How do we navigate that? I've got tips for you. I've got some recipe ideas for you. I've got some mindset shifting work that you need to do before the holiday comes. Definitely save this video and refer back to it and replace Easter with any holiday that you have coming up that you have doubts and fears and anxious feelings about staying on track during the holiday. I'm so glad you guys are here to join me. My name is Kathleen Hart. I'm a mindset and weight loss coach, and this is exactly what we do in my mentorships. Every single struggle that you have in your diet and weight loss journey needs to be overcome so that you can reach your goal weight. If anyone desires more support, all of my links for coaching are linked below the videos, all of my videos. But for today, let's jump right in onto tips for Easter, which is why you came here and clicked on this video. So I've got a lot of tips for holidays, but my number one tip that you're going to need, this is setting the foundation for a successful holiday while trying to lose weight or maintain your weight loss, stay as close to your normal routine as possible. That means if you fast. Do the best you can to stick to your fasting window. Shift around the hours a little bit if you have to. If you're doing an earlier day of eating, maybe close your window earlier at the end of the night. Staying close to your normal routine will make you feel your best. And not only that, it won't feel like anything out of the ordinary. You'll be breaking your fast at the normal time, hopefully, closing it at the normal time, doing what you do during a normal day, eating maybe lunch and dinner, or shifting your window around and maybe eating breakfast and lunch and closing it early. Try to stick to your normal routine as close as you can, and you will feel better. It won't make you feel as anxious. You'll just be doing what you normally do, just maybe with some different foods. You're at a different place. Maybe you're at a restaurant or at someone's house. Try to stick to the normal routine and then eat within that window and make the best choices that you can, which we will definitely be talking recipes in this video too, so don't worry. Where everybody kind of hiccups and slips up is when you don't normally eat breakfast and all of a sudden you're eating a huge breakfast that you never eat. You're breaking your fasting window really early, and then maybe you're eating an also big lunch or even a big dinner. So maybe your window is just extended and you're eating a really early and you're eating late. You're not gonna feel good doing that. So that's why I say if you can stick to your window, do it. And most of the time, unless you're traveling to multiple families' houses or doing multiple activities on that day, you can kind of gauge where you can stay on track and where you're not gonna be able to. So for me, if I'm closing my window early, then I can open it earlier, right? So it kind of all is part of the planning process. Think about what you're doing that day and how can you stick to your normal routine as closely as possible. Plan it in advance, let your mindset be okay with that, and then just enjoy the day with your family and friends. Number two, avoid the candy temptation. I know this is one of those holidays where it's hard. The Easter baskets, the candy chocolate rabbits, the lollipops, and then the smidgens, and then all of the things, right? But think about, how do you feel when you eat those things? Probably not good, especially if you've been avoiding them and you've been on a weight loss journey. You're not gonna feel good consuming a lot of sugar. Remember that. Before you put it in your mouth, think about how you'll feel after you eat it. Is it worth it? I ask myself those questions all the time. It never is. Don't do it. Don't do it. However, what I like to do on days like this, on holidays, on get-togethers with my family, I like to have the keto treats. I don't have them all the time, but in a case like this where I know I'm going to be tempted, it is worth your while to grab some of these things. Grab some keto cookies, grab some keto ice cream. I love to take protein bars from Quest and just take a bar and cut it into 3 and then just have one little square. And that sometimes is enough to satisfy my chocolate craving or, you know, the candy craving, watching everybody else eat the sweets, wanting to do it too, but knowing I shouldn't. Don't completely cold turkey it out, just make the better choice. And I was perusing Pinterest and I was like, ooh, what are some low carb or keto even desserts and things like that? You guys, I totally forgot, sugar-free Jell-O, and then you can make them into little eggs. Do you guys remember doing that as kids? We would make Jell-O eggs for Easter, and then you can put like little designs on them with some whipped cream or Cool Whip. That's perfection. Just make sure it's sugar-free Jell-O that you're making. You can also buy sugar-free Jell-O cups. I've got them in the fridge. I eat them all the time. But On Pinterest, they had the little eggs. I haven't thought about that in years. Always look at Pinterest. I do all the time. It gives great inspiration. I also have my blog, which we will touch on in a minute, for recipes that are just low carb friendly, right? But don't give in to the candy. It's not worth it. Don't be mad at yourself. Just avoid it. Bring something along that fits into your plan, whether that's low calorie, whether that's low carb, whether that's sugar free, whether that's a keto treat. Now is the time when you utilize those things. It's gonna save you. Just be prepared. Plan, number one, and number two, be prepared, and then avoid the things that you know are not gonna make you feel good. Avoid the things that are gonna cause your mindset to fall off track. Tip number three, make sure you're preparing for the day as a whole. So for me, that means sometimes eating before I go somewhere. So I don't show up and I'm ravenous and I'm like at the appetizer table just like stuffing my face. I eat something beforehand that I know is good. That's low carb. That's my preference, is low carb. I plan ahead in that way. I plan for the whole day. So if I know I'm going somewhere where there's gonna be a lot of appetizers and then a big meal, I make sure that I'm not starving when I show up there. I also make sure that I'm taking every single normal routine part of my day and incorporating it. So if you guys are new here, I do drink an Element packet every single day. Element is actually sponsoring today's video. It's an electrolyte packet you can take on the go. These things are amazing. So this keeps me on track during the day. When I'm hydrated, I'm not craving sweets. I'm not craving anything salty. I'm not having the nasty dehydration symptoms that I used to have. So for me, that was headaches, frequent headaches out of nowhere, didn't make any sense. A lot of afternoon fatigue, waking up in the middle of the night with Charlie horses and muscle cramps. I didn't understand it until I started replenishing my electrolytes every single day without fail. And then all of those symptoms disappeared for me. So I always love to take these packets. I have them in my purse. I will bring them to Easter in case anybody else wants one. But the key to Element is definitely the science-backed electrolyte ratio. It's perfection for maximum hydration and replenishing your electrolytes. One of the main questions that I get asked is, when can I drink Element? Literally any time of the day, because you can actually drink this during your fasting window. I feel like when I do that some days, I can power through my day. Alternatively, I also take them in the afternoon when I'm finding that I'm feeling a little blah, need that energy boost, and just need that maximum hydration. And the best part I think about these electrolytes specifically is that they are 0 to 2 grams of carbs per packet. So they fit into my low carb lifestyle perfectly. There's no sugar, there's no gluten, there is just no junk, there's no weird ingredients, and they are keto and low carb friendly, paleo friendly, and they're also vegan friendly. Anyone watching today actually will get a free sample pack with your next order as long as you use my code. So you're gonna wanna go to drinkelement.com/heart. So it's drinkelement.com/heart, H-A-R-T. Click the link down in the description box or just use my code HEART at checkout. Thank you again to Element for sponsoring today's video. So if you're somebody who takes vitamins every day, if you're someone who does an electrolyte regimen like me, don't skip that. Make sure, again, back to tip number one, you're staying on your normal routine as closely as possible. Because remember, I drink electrolytes because they make me feel amazing. So why would I skip that on a holiday? But the day gets crazy, you're getting ready, you gotta maybe get in the car, or maybe everyone's coming to your house and you're just running around cleaning. Try to prioritize everything that you do in your normal day. Keep to that as closely as you can, and you're going to feel better. And when we feel better, mentally, we feel like, I'm doing this, I'm on track. Because remember guys, mindset is everything. So now let's talk recipes. Recipes are the best part, right? And a lot of times people think, oh, I'm on a diet, or oh, I'm trying to lose weight. I'm not gonna be able to enjoy my food. That can't be more far from the truth. There is no way I would have lost 65 pounds and maintained it for 3 years if food wasn't still delicious in my life, if I still wasn't eating my cravings, if I still wasn't just eating delicious food, period. I wouldn't be successful. So the same thing goes for holidays. It's very easy if you're having everyone at your house. Don't get me wrong. It's so easy. You can plan certain appetizers. You can plan certain main dishes. You know, you can have all of the things on hand. You've got your pantry, you've got your fridge. You're good. However, if you're going to someone else's house, sometimes it's a little bit more dodgy. I would even ask people, what are you gonna have? What's on the menu? Is there anything I can bring? What kind of appetizers are you gonna have? What kind of desserts are you gonna have? People love to tell you what their menu is, right? And the best thing to do is know before you go. Know what's gonna be there and know what you need to supplement with. Do you need to eat beforehand? Maybe there's not a lot of appetizers that you're gonna be able to eat, but then the mains are gonna be good. Or do you need to bring something? People love when you bring things, right? So my favorite things to bring are appetizers. They travel well, they're easy, and what I love to do is do charcuterie platters because I can eat 90% of the things on the charcuterie platter, maybe even more if I put low carb crackers on there, then it's 100%, right? So put the things on there that are good for you, make it work, especially if you're low carb. I mean, you could do olives, roasted red peppers, cheese, all the different kind of meats, low carb crackers, pepperoncinis, mustard. That's all good to go. I also love to bring a big veggie platter with ranch dip. You cannot go wrong with that. And it's always so pretty and so colorful. Get different colored peppers and cauliflower and broccoli and carrots and tomatoes and celery and cucumbers. Doesn't that sound amazing? Like fresh vegetables, nice and cold with a great ranch dip, low carb friendly. Right there. Those are two winners in my opinion, and I bring them all the time when I'm going places like to get-togethers and especially holidays, especially Easter, because again, it's spring. You want all of the fun colors and just like a bright, vibrant dish to put on the appetizer table. Fresh vegetables are always where it's at. Another Easter favorite, because of all the Easter eggs, deviled eggs. Keto, deviled eggs, they're like married, right? There are so many recipes out there on Pinterest. You could do all different kind of flavors. You could do traditional. I mean, deviled eggs are always a surefire thing to bring for low carb. And again, protein and they're filling and they're gonna have the carbs low. If you are doing a brunch or if you're going to a brunch, I have a great recipe for egg cups, which I actually made a few Easters back. Bring little egg cups, little frittata cups. Those are amazing. You could also make full-blown frittatas. They are so easy. They travel really well. You can always heat it up once you get to the party, once you get to the get-together. And there's so many different flavor combinations you could do. I mean, the possibilities are literally endless. I have probably 10 plus recipes for frittatas on my blog right now, my recipe blog. It's always linked down below. Protein, filling, low carb, tons of different flavor combinations to make everyone happy. These are all winners, guys. Do you see how excited I get about food? There's no reason why you should be dieting and hating your food. There is absolutely no way. And if you need inspiration, Pinterest is always there, but so is my blog. My blog's been around for years now. I've got so many recipes on there, all for low carb, and there's something for everyone, I promise you. Brunch is kind of easy because, again, you could do eggs, you can do the bacon, you can do the sausage, all of those things. But what about Easter dinner, right? So typically there's ham. Ham is good. Right? Sometimes people do like a carved turkey. Everyone kind of does different things depending on what your traditions are, but usually there is a meat. Perfect, low carb. Then let's talk about side dishes. You could do my cold cucumber salad. That is so good. That would also go with like a brunch too, because it's nice and light. And then you could also do easy veggie side dishes. I've got my Italian roast broccoli on my blog. I also have asparagus wrapped with prosciutto. That's such a good idea. I mean, no recipe necessary. I mean, you just bake that in the oven. How good does that sound? So the moral of the story, plan for success, basically. And that's what I've been telling you guys for months now, because that's really how you stay on track. But it's how you stay on track mentally, which is really important. Because if your mindset is not okay with your choices, you're gonna feel like you're out of control the whole day. But if you plan ahead and get your mindset in alignment with, okay, I'm doing this, everything is fine, you're going to have a better day because of it. Let's talk mindset. You guys, have fun. Have fun. Do your best. Enjoy your family. Enjoy the meaning of the holidays that you're going to. What does that holiday mean to you? What traditions do you and your family have for that holiday? What are some of the fun activities that you do during that holiday? The food is great, and the food, yes, is normally the center of our attention, especially when we're dieting. But look outside the box. Look at what the holiday means to you and your family and really celebrate it. Celebrate the people you're seeing. Maybe you don't see them that often and maybe you're seeing them and you get to catch up with them. Focus your attention on other things if the food feels like it's stressing you out. If your diet thoughts feel like they're stressing you out, refocus and then do your best, have fun, and then wake up the next day. If it's Easter, wake up on Monday and hit the ground running and get right back to your routine. Get right back to what you know works for losing weight for you. Thank you guys for watching today. I hope this video helped you with whatever holiday you've got coming up next. Let me know down in the comments what videos you want to see next from me, and I will see you really soon with my next video. Bye, everybody.